Next up, at UFC Vegas 105, we have Vanessa Demopoulos taking on Talita Alencar. Vanessa Demopoulos, 11-6 in her career. She is 3-2 in her last 5. She's coming off that controversial loss to Jacqueline Amorim, taking on Talita Alencar. 5-1 in her very young career. 3-1-1 in her last 5. She's coming off that decision loss to Stephanie Luciano. Vanessa Demopoulos has been the split decision queen, squeaking out the close ones, but that wasn't the case in her last fight. In her last fight, she was going back and forth with Jacqueline Amorim. She complained to the ref, hey, she's grabbing the inside of my glove. The ref said, I don't give a shit. And then she went ahead and got submitted after that and immediately protested.
You know the best part about that is, what? I think it was Cruz and Bisping on the call, and they were both like, Cruz was like, no, she just got her wrist, and Bisping's like, yeah, it looks like, you just got to fight through that. She just got her wrist. It was like the most clear penalty. It was the most, literally like all 4 of her fingers were like hooked inside the glove right when she was about to sweep. It was a nasty sweep she was hitting. She just needed to get that arm through and literally couldn't because she was getting her fucking glove fucking grabbed, and the Cruz was like, you just got to work through it. It's like, no, dumbass, fucking can't work through it.
Yeah. And I felt bad for her because she instantly protested, and like they really just did not give a shit at all, which is an unfortunate situation, especially now when we have instant replay. And when we saw the Song Yadong Henry Cejudo fight where they retroactively called the fight. They let the fight continue for another full minute and then went back in time and said, that's part of the deal. We're good here. That's part of that. We'll just call the fight here. Could have done the same for Vanessa, but it is what it is. She didn't squeak out another razor-thin decision, and maybe she had some MMA karma coming her way. But overall, she's a solid striker. She's going to hang out in the pocket. She doesn't have really any power at all, but she does have good volume, good footwork. If it does get to the ground, she's got good grappling as well, and she can make some things happen. Takedown defense is pretty low at 27%. It might get tested in this fight. She's taking on Talita Alencar, accomplished grappler. She transitioned to MMA a few years ago. She comes out absolutely guns blazing. She chases takedowns. She's looking to get to the ground immediately, and once she does get it to the ground, she's very busy. She gets her striking going. She looks for submissions. She'll establish her positions, and even though she is a very accomplished grappler, many times she's not chasing submissions. She will settle in, loosen you up, and if it's there, it's there. Takedowns are not very good. She does rely on that strength to get it to the ground. Her striking is also not very good, so if she can't get it to the ground, she's going to always be at a disadvantage. And I think this is a Vanessa pick all day long. The other day when I broke this down, Vanessa was a slight favorite, and if she flips to a full-blown underdog, just like the breakdown I did with Manuel Torres last week, then I'll bet on her. My one and only concern for Vanessa is the fact that she may get taken down. Her takedown defense absolutely sucks, but she's durable. She's got the good striking. She's the better overall fighter here, so I think she can absolutely get it done. Vanessa Demopoulos is going to be the pick. No bet yet because I'm watching the line. The line is moving in my favor, and if it continues to, then I'll sit it out, and as soon as there's a plus in front of it, I might throw something down. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I definitely was looking at the Vanessa side. I think even when I was laying out my lock of the week plan, when I was at like 3 or 4 or something, I sent you, web guy Josh, a text that basically was like a week by week who I was going to have as a lock of the week to get to 12 in a row. Obviously, Julia didn't lose the fight, just ran out of time. She was going to win that fight. There's no doubt about that. Was breaking Loopy down. But Vanessa was going to be the lock of the week this week. And then I started looking at film and stuff, and I'm like, man, the way that Talita was fighting a girl that's like fucking 7-8 inches taller than her and like a way better striker than Vanessa Demopoulos, and still able to land some good shots, was still able to get a few takedowns. Obviously got a few more in the first fight than the second fight. Even that Rayanne fight or whatever was able to get those takedowns as well. Vanessa is just such a girl that's so easy to take down. And those girls were a little bit bigger than Vanessa. Obviously, what's her name was way bigger. And Rayanne is a little bit nastier than Vanessa as far as like trying to get back to her feet. So she wasn't able to control girls as well as I think she can control Vanessa. So you saw Jacqueline was, basically just doing whatever she wanted with Vanessa in that fight. And Vanessa is a girl that knows how to stay safe, right? She's a very high level girl on the ground, very flexible in all aspects. Obviously, we met her at 303, the whatever it was, and fantastic girl. You, a married man, was very handsy with her. which is a little bit surprising.
You know what's
to me.
annoying about this? I had in my quick picks, I had the picture of me holding her up, and I even had an arrow to where my hand was not touching her body. And now you're saying this, and I didn't include it in this presentation, so I don't have that picture to defend myself.
Well, I mean, pictures are pictures, but when you were there live, I was like, oh God, like this is, oof. Like, thank God Tiffany is not here. And
that was my favorite part of that. That picture went on Twitter, and
I bet it was your favorite. It seemed like it was a favorite part.
No, my favorite part.
You spent the rest of the trip like you would every once in a while you'd be like, dude, look, and I'd be like, yeah, dude, I was there. You'd be like, dude, look, no, look, look.
Dude, none of this is true, and the fact, and the lack of sarcasm understanding that most people have.
Do you have wedding pictures?
Yeah.
Can I see them? Do you have one? Because I want to see if you smile like this. And look at the hand. Look at the hand. Hovering. Not that one. Hovering.
The other one. Move your phone. That one.
This
hovering.
one's on the titty.
No, it isn't, dude. She leapt into my arms, and I'm very strong, so I had to hold.
This is the weirdo hover hand. This is the hand that should be hovering. This is I'm copping a feel currently.
There was no feel copped. And she enjoyed.
I have never seen you smile like that.
You've never seen me at a Chinese buffet. It's only smiles like that.
Here's how you respect women. Very easy. Little hand. There you go.
Show your feet. Show that you're on your tippy toes.
Yeah,
Show.
I bet.
Show.
See, just very normal. Right. By the way, Angelo's popcorn bucket that I'm holding for him because he's embarrassed to fucking
that's bullshit.
Carry it around.
You love popcorn. It's an odd obsession. Who do you think wins this fight, Jacob? Did you make your
popcorn.
pick?
I mean, popcorn is fucking fantastic.
I love it too. It just rips my gums up though. It's always stuck in there.
This is obviously the odds are 100% correct. This is kind of a 50-50 fight. I have a bet on this fight, but it's just a little bit. I don't expect it to hit, but I don't expect it to lose as well. So you can go check that out. If there is a finish, I think it probably is on the Talita side, just in the grappling. She is technically the better grappler. I think she's a little bit stronger in the wrestling and just a stronger girl. So if she does get Vanessa down, which I think she can, I think she's able to control her for at least enough to win a couple rounds. And even in the striking, she's shown that even when she's tired, she does not quit. She does not give up. And I'm not saying Vanessa's a quitter at all, but it just seems like she's going to be the one moving forward. She's landing the harder shots, and she's probably going to get the takedown. So I like Talita here, and but Vanessa pulls it off. I'm going to be crazy surprised. She obviously works hard and stuff, but a lot of people don't like Vanessa because of her kind of Mickey Mouse decision resume. It seems like she always gets these kind of decision wins. But I saw a picture today that really, and I sent it to you guys, but for some reason she posted a picture today, and I was like, am I about to change my pick? And I'll show you the picture. And this is really more about, just kind of I didn't know she had this type of
kicking range,
striking, I would say. So I saw this and I was like, I'm trying to zoom into where she's landing on the pad. It's like a mirror, so it's like flip-flopped. I can't understand. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I saw that picture today, and I was like, am I going to pick Vanessa? But I'm going to stick with the Brazilian.
There you go. Yeah, I am on the Vanessa side. Like I said, I'll wait. If this line's going to continue to move, she was like minus 120 Sunday when I filmed, and now all of a sudden she's creeping even money. And if it continues to move, because there may be a lot of people, remember that 1 + 1 = 2 math we were doing for Jamal Evers? Jamal hits hard, his opponent has no chin. You're going to get a knockout. All right. Vanessa doesn't have good takedown defense. Talita's got great jiu-jitsu. Talita could submit Vanessa. I can understand that math, and if people keep jumping on that side, then I'm going to go ahead, wait for the plus money of Vanessa, and maybe throw a little something there. If you do want to check out every single bet we have already placed, if you want to check out the bets we are going to place, if you want to see it all for an entire month, including UFC 314, go to WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member. It's $10 for a whole month. No tiers. No bullshit tiers. There's websites shutting down left and right that tried that cheap-ass exploit the community tier model. $30 for DFS, another $20 for betting. No, it's $10 for literally everything. WeWantPicks.com, click Become a Member at the top. Johnny Castaneda, $20 super sticker. Johnny, I recognize the name because he spells Johnny
That's sexy
like
Mexi.
He spells it like a serial killer. That is why I remember this. The H in Johnny is nuts. Johnny Castaneda. Maybe it's Hani. That's a white dude in the picture. That looks like a Hani. That seems a little off. But anyway, Johnny Castaneda, he's the one who sent an email. I forget exactly what it said. It's on the previous slide in the beginning. He was like, right after the event, I crushed
If only
a huge
there was
ticket.
a way to
Okay,
go back to
hold
the
on.
slides, you know.
Here we go.
If only there was an invention.
Here we go. It's this one on the left. You guys are the best in the space of sports. Won big because of y'all. Definitely worth the membership. Member for life. And he won $6,000. So, Johnny, we appreciate you.
And that was a hippo doing this. So I think that was you doing victory.
Oh, okay. Johnny's band. Fuck your money.
Hippopotamuses are one of the most, that's a compliment, Angelo. They're one of the most dangerous animals in the animal
They do
kingdom.
kill lots of people. You know what? And Gyron
It's
Mike.
not Let's Go Dan. This is like the game of telephone. It keeps changing.
Yeah, it's thank you, Dan. We were thanking him. I wasn't cheering for him. I was thanking him.
Nobody. There was 4 other people that did that change.
People started cheering it, dude. Here's the context if you are new here. Jacob and I were at UFC 303. At UFC 303, Brian Ortega dropped an hour before the fight. An hour before his fight, he pulled out. And then we're hanging
We
out
broke
having
the news to the entire stadiums, essentially.
We did. I told Brandon Moreno in that video, he was shocked. He had complete, absolute shock in his face. And essentially what happened was, as you all know by now, dude dropped immediately.
Go ahead, you keep talking.
Okay. The dude dropped, Brian Ortega dropped, and they immediately, an hour before the co-main event or 2 hours before, whatever the hell it is, they announced that Dan Ige stepping in on short notice. He wasn't already on the card. He lives in the neighborhood. And he was like, fuck it, I'll fight. Shows up, weighs in. We get to keep our co-main event. So I wanted to be there and show appreciation for the man that saved half of the card.
Here you go. Listen here. This is Angelo after fucking. This had been 15 drinks. I mean, it's a co-main event. We got technically free drinks in the VIP, so we're just slamming drinks. So this is just me and Angelo sitting there in here. I think in the first round of the Diego fight, he had already tried to start the chant once, or whatever. But so this is just me and him talk. I'm filming the fight, and we're just talking.
See what happens here.
Hold on, let me rewind it.
Throw that other hook in.
He's got Danny Gay on the ground.
He's so good that he didn't finish a dude on 2 hours notice.
All right, well,
So
yeah,
good.
keep filming now. See what happens here.
And Angelo's pissed.
See what happens here.
Already annoyed.
The Danny Ige hate is fucking bizarre to me. Guy saved the card. Show him some fucking respect.
Yeah, well, he's getting fucking smoked.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. It's pretty clear.
Cool. Would you have been happier if there was no fight at all?
I'm happy that I'm getting my $1,000 back. I wish we would have smoked fucking.
But that's already done. So now it's just weird.
Dude, this was a full debate.
I'm weird energy because my favorite fighter's winning.
Correct. You don't appreciate the guy that stepped up on 2 hours ago so you could watch your favorite
Fuck
fight.
that dude. Getting fucking smoked.
He's not getting smoked.
All right.
One judge saw the
Well,
other.
he just got finished.
Did he?
Yeah, here you go. Count to 10. I guarantee he's finished. Count to 10.
2, 3, 4,
Let's quit 10.
5,
It's a quick 10.
2 Mississippis, if you don't mind.
9 Mississippi, 10
He just
Mississippi, 11 Mississippi.
It's so funny. Let's see if I can find the thank you, Dan. But that was essentially Angelo was not very happy.
I was not, because I tried to do a thank you, Dan chant to show the appreciation for the gentleman who saved the co-main event, and you heard Jacob's nasty comments.
Dude, the whole point was I liked Diego. I was rooting for Diego, and every time I would root for Diego, you'd be like, I can't believe you'd be rooting for him. I'm like, well, I can't root for my fighter. No, you can't because this guy saved the card. I'm like,
no,
just root
I
for
didn't
my
say you
favorite
can't
fighter.
root. You were rooting against the
No,
man
I'm
who
rooting for
saved the card.
Diego.
Well, either way, thank you, Dan chant caught on pretty well. Guru's pubic hair, I fuck with you guys heavily. Keep it up. Okay. Thank you. Pubic hair. Appreciate it. Let's move on while Jakey Boy looks for that video.